Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into the story of Avowed, Obsidian Entertainment's highly anticipated first-person RPG. Now, if you're familiar with Obsidian's work, you know they have a knack for creating compelling narratives filled with moral dilemmas, rich world-building, and intriguing characters. So, how does Avowed stack up when it comes to storytelling? Let's break it down and explore everything we know so far about the world, the characters, and the plot that awaits us in Avowed. Setting the stage, the world of Eora. Before we dive into the story itself, let's talk about the world in which Avowed takes place, the Eora universe. Fans of Pillars of Eternity will already be familiar with this rich and complex world, where gods walk among mortals, ancient civilizations have risen and fallen, and magic is very much a part of everyday life. The universe is steeped in deep lore, and Obsidian is known for its ability to weave compelling narratives into the very fabric of the worlds they create. The game is set in the region of Glanfath, a land that's central to the lore of Avowed. This region is known for its ancient, mysterious history, as well as the rich cultures and conflicting forces that inhabit it. The game's setting promises to be just as alive with backstory as anything we saw in Pillars of Eternity, with each location, character, and faction offering a new layer of mystery to uncover. But with all that lore in place, the question is, what is the story of Avowed really about? The plot, a dying empire and dark secrets. At the heart of Avowed is the story of a dying empire on the brink of collapse, and your character, an adventurer, is thrown right into the chaos. The game's main plot centers around uncovering dark secrets that could potentially reshape the fate of the Empire. From what we know, this isn't just a simple tale of saving the world. It's about navigating a complex world of political intrigue, shifting allegiances, and ancient powers that threaten to unravel everything. Your character's role in all of this is significant. You'll play as an adventurer who gets caught up in these larger-than-life events. But in true Obsidian fashion, the story isn't just about following a set path. Your decisions matter. The choices you make will impact the world around you, and they will shape your relationships with other characters, factions, and even the world's rulers. This is a game that's all about moral ambiguity, where right and wrong aren't so clearly defined, and where the lines between good and evil blur with every passing decision. The political landscape in Avowed is murky, with different factions vying for power. As you venture through the world, you'll come across characters with their own motives, some of whom might help you, and others who will do everything they can to stand in your way. It's a world where trust is hard to come by, and every alliance comes with its own risks and rewards. The gods and ancient forces, a world beyond mortal understanding. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Avowed story is the presence of gods and ancient forces that have shaped the world for centuries. Eora is a place where gods don't just exist in myth. They interact with the world on a very real level. These gods aren't always benevolent either. Some have darker motives, and others may even be indifferent to the fate of mortals. The divine forces in Avowed are deeply tied to the world's history and politics, and your journey will likely involve grappling with their influence. We don't know exactly how these gods will play into the main plot, but based on Obsidian's previous work, we can expect them to be more than just background characters. They'll likely be deeply intertwined with the main story, and perhaps even provide some of the most difficult moral choices in the game. Will you ally with these divine beings, or will you challenge their influence over the mortal realm? The adventurer's role, your choices matter. What makes the story of Avowed even more compelling is the freedom it gives you as a player. In true Obsidian fashion, your character is more than just a silent protagonist. They're an active participant in the world's events. The choices you make, both big and small, will have significant consequences. From how you interact with factions to which characters you trust, every decision could alter the course of your story. Obsidian has always excelled at creating morally gray situations, and Avowed promises to be no different. You'll find yourself making decisions that could change the fate of entire regions, or even the world itself. Maybe you'll align with a faction that seeks to restore order, Or perhaps you'll side with a rebellion that wants to tear everything down. Either way, your choices will impact the political landscape and determine how the story unfolds. Character interactions, companions, and NPCs. Another thing to look forward to in Avowed is the character interactions. As an RPG, this game is sure to feature a cast of colorful companions and NPCs, each with their own backstories, motivations, and personal quests. Some of these characters might become your allies, while others could turn into rivals or even enemies depending on your actions. The companions in Avowed will likely have their own personal stories that unfold as you progress through the game. Obsidian is known for writing deep, nuanced characters that feel like real people with their own conflicts and desires, and I fully expect Avowed to continue this tradition. Your relationship with these characters won't just be window dressing either. They could have a huge impact on your choices and the story's outcome. The tone? Dark, mature, and thought-provoking. The tone of Avowed is shaping up to be one of its most intriguing aspects. From the little we've seen so far, it's clear that this isn't going to be a lighthearted, feel-good fantasy tale. Avowed promises to explore darker, more mature themes, such as power, betrayal, and the consequences of one's actions. It's a world where people are struggling to survive, and where even the noblest of causes can be corrupted by ambition or greed. That's part of what makes the story so exciting. Avowed is about more than just slaying monsters or gathering loot. It's about exploring the complex web of relationships, decisions, and consequences that define a world on the brink of collapse. And as always, Obsidian's trademark writing will make sure the narrative is rich, layered, and filled with moral quandaries that will leave you questioning the right path to take. Conclusion. So, where does this leave us? Avowed promises to deliver a story that's both expansive and personal. It's a tale about a dying empire, ancient forces, and a world on the brink of change. But more than that, it's about the choices you make and how those choices shape the world around you. With Obsidian's reputation for crafting deep, engaging narratives, Avowed's story is one that's sure to captivate fans of both classic RPGs and new players alike. Are you excited to explore the dark and complex world of Avowed? What are you hoping to see in terms of the story and lore?
You're welcome to my show.
Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates and discussions on all things gaming. Thanks for watching. This voiceover script dives deep into the story of Avowed, exploring the setting, plot, characters, and the moral complexity that Obsidian is known for. Let me know if you need any changes or if you'd like to explore specific aspects in more detail.